All right, good morning, everyone. We would like to request everybody to please rise for our opening prayer, to be followed by the singing of our national anthem and DOH hymn.
Sikoy ko kamighimo langit. Sikoy ko kamighimo aldo ay bulan. Ikaw ang nagbuhat sa kabituunan. Ikaw ang nagbuhat sa kalibutan. Manama, mawantog ka. Warag po ko ilingkoy ko. O Diyos, kahibulungan ka. Busain mo lang ang simbahon ko. Manama, mawantog ka. Warag po ko ilingkoy ko. O Diyos, kahibulungan ka. Busa ikaw lang ang simbahon ko. Busa ikaw lang ang alagaran ko.
All right. Maayong buntag sa tanan. Everybody can take their seats. Okay. Maayong buntag. Ayan, ginahan ko kay naay response. So, naapatay mga available and vacant seats dire sa atong table sa front. So, for those bago na tong abot nga participants and of course kadtong mga naa sa likod na medyo gusto magpauna, napatay vacant seats sa atong table diri. And at the same time, we also have our refreshments at the back, especially those who would like to get their coffee as well. Energy boost sa Kabuntagon. And speaking of energy boost, to energize our morning, let's all welcome the Hugis Dance Project as they dance to the official jingle of Chikiting Ligtas campaign. Let's give them a big, warm round of applause.
Papa Vaccine!
Bakunada! Chikiting ligtas!
Nagbabantang kalaban na Papa Vaccine!
Bakunada! Chikiting ligtas!
Nagbabantang kalaban na dating napuksa, muling lumalaganap at lubhang nakakahawa. Kaya dapat sabayan ng paghahandang maging ligtas.
Nakakabahalang maraming batang tinamaan ng polio, rubella at tigdas. Siguraduhin may paranggalang na malaki.
Yeah!
Nakahanda na ang bakuna na mabisang pumuksa. Kayawang na mangamba at mabalisa kaysa maparalisa sa polio.
Ang mga anak nyo, agapan ng magpapatak habang maaga pa. Let's go! Walang lunas sa tigdas at rubella. Tanging pang-iwas ay magpabakuna, kaya maging handa na. Ikaw, ako, tayo, protektado. Chikiting ligtas, dagdag na bakuna laban sa tigdas, rubella at polio. Sa ating mga anak, tungkulin natin lahat. Magpabakuna, maging ligtas para sa healthy Pilipinas. Chikiting ligtas, para sa healthy Pilipinas. Chikiting ligtas, ikaw, ako, tayo, protektado. Chikiting ligtas, dagdag na bakuna laban sa tigdas, rubella at polio. Sa ating mga anak, tungkulin natin lahat. Magpabakuna, maging ligtas para sa healthy Pilipinas. Chikiting ligtas, para sa healthy Pilipinas. Chikiting ligtas, magpabakuna na para sa healthy Pilipinas. Dagdag na bakuna laban sa tigdas.
Alright, thank you kaayo Hugis Dance Project. So very energizing nilang rendition sa Chikiting Ligtas campaign jingle. So ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests and esteemed participants, a warm and heartfelt welcome to this Partners Forum on Measles-Rubella Bivalent Oral Polio Vaccine Supplemental Immunization activity. Today, we gather here in the spirit of collaboration and shared commitment to protect the health and well-being of our communities. We have assembled a remarkable group of stakeholders, all of whom play a vital role in shaping the success of MR-bOP vaccination campaign in our region. Throughout this forum, we will have the opportunity to engage in productive dialogue, shared best practices, and learn from one another's insights. We encourage everyone to actively participate, ask questions, and share your valuable perspectives. Your input is important and will shape the course of action we take as we embark on the collective journey toward a healthier and safer future for all. Thank you so much for being here, and may this forum be a catalyst for positive change as we pave the way towards a healthier and brighter future for generations to come. So to start, we would like to acknowledge our stakeholders joining us this morning. So salamat jud kaayo sa paggahin sa inyong oras, sa pag-join sa Partners Forum organized by the DOH. And in the next few minutes or seconds, I'll be calling or acknowledging our partners from different organizations in government agencies. So it would be best if once matawag na mo ang inyong organization or the agency that you are representing, if you can wave your hand baka ha, or pwede pod mo sayo tag chikiting ligtas nga jingle kung mo natong ginahan, or even just say hi to everybody. I know na siguro kasagaran kay familiar na ta sa mga now kagwapa o kagwapo sa atong katapad, pero mas nindot gyud nga ma-emphasize pag yun ang kamatahom sa mga dagway nila ma'am og sir karon nga buntag. So to start, we would like to acknowledge the representatives from the national government agencies. So as I call your agency, kindly say hi or wave to the group so we would know na ay kani si sir, kani si ma'am, taga diri din nga agency. O, diba? So to start, we have Representative Mr. Cashon from DILG. Sir, asata sir? Okay. We also have representative from DAR, Mr. Christian Lafuente. Okay, hello, sir. Also from DA, Ma'am Monteclaro. Okay. DOTR, Miss Johanna. Okay. DOT, Miss Cynthia. Pangagwapa gyud pagikan sa government. Okay, PIA, Ma'am Nora. Thank you so much. DPWH, Miss Cherry. DSWD, Miss Ana Fe. Okay. NTC, Miss San Pedro, Maria Rosana. Okay. NNC, Mr. Rafaelo Chavo. Okay, nara si sir. Okay, we also have from NCMF, Miss Anina. Ayun. Hello, ma'am. Welcome. Also from DOJ, Mr. Louis Magno. Okay. Hello, sir. Welcome. From PIDEA, I'm not sure if it's Miss or Mr. Siren Sasuman. Okay. Welcome po. Also from NHA, Miss Cheryl. Hello, ma'am. Welcome. From OCD, Miss Icy Rose. Okay. NFA, Miss Lorena Dandan. Okay, hello. Also, we have partners from our local government units from CHO, Mr. Dart Isguera, or yan. Hi, sir. Welcome. PIO, Mr. Welmar Kadungog. Hello. Also from CSWD, Miss Golda Pucon. Hello. Welcome po. Also, we have from Homeowners Association from two specific barangays. We have Barangay Santo Niño Homeowners Association, their representative, Ms. Honasa. Hello, ma'am. Welcome. And of course, we have Ongan Homeowner Association with the representative, Ms. Nelly. Okay, naarade. Oh, duha sila. Welcome po, ma'am. And we also have our partners from the Media Hope Radio, Representative Anchorman Clyde Hirilan. Asaman si sir. Okay, hello sir, welcome po. We also have representative from ADNPH, Dr. Hista Ana Monica Romero. Hello, welcome. And we also have partners from the private organizations. So to start, would like to welcome as well Sir Christian from Delta Fraternity, sir. Hello, welcome. And of course, karon connect din sila mga source of information outside of, also very helpful nowadays, kay very exposed yun ta sa social media, no? So we would like to welcome our partners as well From the writing community vlogger, Pobreng Laagan, Miss Balansag. Hello, ma'am. Welcome. And of course, Team Laagan, Miss Doblas, Lindsay Doblas. Hello. And from our academe, partners from academe, we would like to welcome the principal from Infantry. Representing today, we have Ma'am Jinky Rizabal. Hello, ma'am. Welcome. Also from a professor from CSU, Ma'am Jocelyn Homawan. Rainbows of Angels, principal as well, Miss Rosalind Cortel. Welcome po. Thank you so much for joining us. And from St. Joseph Institute of Technology, Miss Hailey Legaspi. All right. And apart from the academe private organization, we also have religious group partners. So today, we're honored to have a representative from the Seventh-day Adventist, Elder Neil de la Cruz. Hello, sir. Welcome. Thank you so much, dear participants, for gracing us today. Dili gyud ni siya mahimong possible ning a forum without your participation. So with that, we are very appreciative of your time. So to welcome us even more for this Partners Forum, I would like to call on our Assistant Regional Director for DOH CHD Caraga, Dr. Saidaila Rakin, for her welcome message.
Thank you so much, Madam, our beautiful MC for today. Ayan. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala barakatuhu. A pleasant morning to each and everyone. Na-energize pa ta ganiha sa dance troupe ganiha, no? They are so energetic. So hopefully, masustain nato ang energy that they beam ganiha. Okay, so in behalf of the Department of Health, DOH Caraga, we really appreciate your time and effort for coming over here. No? So, my courtesy to all of you, our partners from different government association, from academe, from media, from all the stakeholders, no, na you really give your time to us. So, again, I am honored to welcome each and everyone. So, we can see that the tremendous support that you've been given us, no, from the start, even with the pandemic and all the DOH initiatives, we've seen all our partners being with us. So we know that embarking on the MR-SIA OPV campaign, no, ang atong Measles-Rubella, bivalent OPV, vaccination campaign, posed a challenge, no, to each and everyone, as we wanted all our chikiting in Caraga to be ligtas, no, to be safe from the tremendous effect of vaccine preventable diseases. So as we all know that recent reports and data shows that the grim possibility of the outbreak, no, pwedeng mag-outbreak ang atong mga preventable diseases like the measles, rubella, and polio. So that's why we wanted our children and communities to be safe from the detrimental risk, no, due to the low immunization coverage. And with the threat of the public health emergencies remaining as a major concern to our communities, we must embody a sense of urgency in preventing the escalation of this situation. Kaya in striving to achieve the optimal protection against these many risks, we underscore the significance of the life-saving power of vaccines and the need to ramp up vaccine coverage. No? Alam natin ang mga vaccine, these are safe and time-tested that can really safeguard our children. And we know that DOH alone cannot do it. No? Hindi po kaya ng kagawaran ng kalusugan na gawin ang lahat ng activity na ito. No? So, as we launch our MR-SIA, we really appreciate and we really need the help of each and everyone. So, hindi po may kakaila, talagang kailangan namin ang tulong ng bawat isa, ang kooperasyon, and this forum is a very good avenue, no, para ma-air nyo rin po whatever concern that you wanted to share, kung ano man yung mga best practices, and whatever commitment, no, we really appreciate. And we have seen that the past days, from the start of May, that we've been doing the MR-SIA campaign, we have achieved, no, a tremendous vaccination coverage. In fact, very premature pa, no, para i-congratulate natin ang ating mga health workers and LGUs, but I would I'm so proud, no, that we achieved the first in the Philippines. Ang Caraga po ang nangunguna ngayon sa immunization. So thank you so much. That's all because of the help of each and everyone. So sana masustain natin. No? Yun yung challenge natin ngayon. We need to sustain the activity accomplishment that we have in the ground. So the Department of Health, CHD Caraga, remains committed to supporting and providing the necessary technical and financial assistance to our partners, sa ating mga LGUs and stakeholders in accelerating vaccination to address these multiple health threats and ensure that every eligible child is safe and protected. Gusto po natin na lahat ng ating mga chikiting, no, were safe, no, and given protected, given vaccinated. So again, I would like also to commend our group, no, ang ating CMU and HEPO ng CSD Caraga for steadfasting this activity and for always at the front line, no, in disseminating and in collaborating with our partners. So together, let us boost our children and communities' protection against these vaccine-preventable diseases and be the solid foundation on which we rebuild an empowered and resilient society. So I look forward for this today's proceeding, and we wish all of us to have a productive activity and day. So with that, again, thank you so much in behalf of the UH Caraga. Maraming salamat sa inyong attendance. Thank you and good morning.
All right. Thank you so much, Dr. Rakin, for that very warm welcome. And of course, for giving us context as to why ang mga stakeholders nato within the region is gathered here. So it's naadjud siya imminent threat in the communities because of COVID. So lower ang vaccination coverage right now para sa atong mga kids against this disease. And so hopefully, with the help of our stakeholders, we would be able to increase that coverage, and at the same time, mas mapaspread pa gyud nato ang correct information dissemination among or within our communities with the help of our partners. And also, I'd also like to take this chance to acknowledge as well the committee, the organizing committee, the DOH-CHD Caraga. Of course, we have listened to our assistant director, regional director rather, Dr. Saida Rakiin, earlier nga naghatag sa ato og warm welcome. I'd also like to acknowledge as well very supportive and team player na mga team members sa DOH-CSD Caraga. We have our Nurse 5, Ma'am Esther Santos. Ma'am, pwede ka mo wave, ma'am, para makita kami sa imong kaanyag. Okay, naraday sa likod. We also have our HEPO 2, Ma'am Feby de Mata Buki. We also have Ma'am Sioni Apas, technical staff from Office of the Assistant Regional Director. Hello, ma'am. And of course, our HPU and CMU staff, kaway-kaway ta sa likod para ma-acknowledge na to ang atong mga banggiitan sab na staff from the DOH Caraga. All right. So as of this time, we will dive deeper into the details of this campaign and updates that we have for you guys. So in part of that, I'd like to welcome and call on Ma'am Feby Rani D. Buki, our HEPO 2 for the MR-SIA communication packages.
Maayong buntag, Karaga! Oh, ni paso jud ko no from there. Padong diri sa front no, to get your attention. But then, kami nga ba? How are you this today? How are you this morning? Fine? Okay lang? So, let's kind of feel the mood, no? Kay kanira ba atong forum karon or kani atong activity is for the kids, and we know that it's despite being a serious matter, we should also be embody no the qualities sa mga bata no nga happy, no dapat po positive. So when I say a line, no, ang inyo ring tubag chikiting ligtas, okay? So, give it your best shot. Sige, go. So, when I say sa MR-bOP SIA campaign, uy, hinay man. Energy check ni siya, guys. So, okay pa ba na, serve ang atong snacks? Atong diri ang aside? Sige, let's try again, okay? Sa MR-bOP campaign, ayan. Para sa Healthy Pilipinas, para sa Healthy Karaga? Ayun. So, kanatong balihon. Kamoy mo. Ang inyong is sa MR-bOP SIA campaign, which is that one. Para sa Healthy Pilipinas, then para sa Healthy Karaga. Tulo lang to, no? Okay. No? Sige, so let's try. Para sa Healthy Pilipinas. Para sa Healthy Pilipinas. Chikiting ligtas? Para sa Healthy Karaga? Chikiting ligtas? Sa MR-bOP SIA campaign? Chikiting ligtas? Nanay medyo ni Faith diri na. Alright, so I guess we have now marag na energized na tagamay, no? So, I've seen some of the participants from our previous nga mga forums. Some of you have attended also our stakeholders meeting, but this will serve as an update sa ating mga strategies and also for the benefit of those who have attended first time sa kaninga forum na I will be presenting what MR-bOP is. So, shortly ni akong discussion. It will answer only three questions. What this campaign is all about, why we are doing this one, and how, as our partners in health, how can you help? How can you help make the future of our children better, no? To make our community safer for our children. All right, so let's delve in with that discussion. Next slide, please. So, nakaduog na ba mo kung saan MR-bOP SIA? Is this the first time that you've heard of MR-bOP SIA? May I see the hands of the first-time participants who have heard this just now, or just today, or just yes? Hello. Hi, sir. Hi, Pastor. So, yes, no, so, but most of you have already heard about this campaign. So meaning nakakita na mo sa uban na mo nga mga materials, may it be sa Facebook, our postings, no? Banners, or siguro nakadungog na mo na nagrekurida sa inyong communities. So what is now the MR-bOP SIA? So, and why we are conducting this one? During those previous years, we've been polio-free for more than 20 years. That is 2 decades. No? So medyo dugay-dugay na siya. Now, pag-abot of 2019, comes 2019, what happened was, there was a declaration na polio, despite having a few cases, no, i-declare na gid na siya nga naatay polio outbreak. No? Kaya we are vying, or our goal is to have a polio-free community, polio-free Pilipinas. So, last 2019, we've already had this SIA campaign. So, siguro ang uban po sa inyo ha, This is not new to you because some of you have engaged with the department for this specific campaign. But then, comes 2019, we had a declaration no, na naay outbreak. Then, nisulod si 2020, 2022. So we all know what happened during these times. No? COVID pandemic happened. So when that hit us, nakita na some of the parents are hesitant to bring their children to the health centers. Diba? What was our call previously during the COVID-19 pandemic? Bawal lumabas, no? Or be careful, MHP, mag-practice sa ato minimum public health standards, you stay away from crowded places. So the parents have this anxiety and fear to bring the children kay if ever nga ilang bitbiton sa health center, basin og dito matakdan sa COVID-19 pandemic. COVID-19 virus, I mean. And then, di ba, we do not have still vaccines available yet for 5 years old below. No? So wala pataan. So they are very vulnerable. So kung ato po mga parents, that's why what happened during this time, there was a decline in the numbers of children who availed the vaccines for MR-bOP or for measles, rubella, and polio vaccines. Now, we all know nga kaning atong measles and rubella and polio vaccines have been here for quite some time. Those of you who are kisa may mga 20 years old, 30 years old, 40 years old and above, nakita ninyo sa inyong, do you have your baby book pa or your immunization card previously? Our parents have done their job or done their responsibility, their roles, no, to bring us to the health centers and get us protected against these diseases. So, kani atong bakuna, naana ni siya. Dugay na ni nga nag-exist sa ato ang health programs. Now, when 2023 happened or came, nakita nga there were cases na of measles, and there were also cases of rubella. There was no noted increase. Not it may be nga dili lang sa ato ang lugar, no, but in other areas of the Philippines as well. So nakita nga there is an impending outbreak. There is a risk of having an outbreak of these vaccine-preventable diseases. Now, before we go, I would like to share with you what is just to recall and just to meet kung unsa man ni ang mga diseases that we are trying to prevent. So we have this polio. It is an infectious disease and is deadly. It attacks the spinal cord. So it wasn't shown earlier, but when we interviewed a pediatrician, ana siya nga siguro parents or the people are not siguro wala sa nahadlok sa polio kay wala nila nakita na nga existing karon. So siguro no nga pero sa iyahang experience, according to that pediatrician, sa iyang experience, ang iyahang relative close to her naka-experience sa polio, until up until now, there is no cure, and it is only prevented by vaccine. So it is dangerous, especially for children younger than 5 years old. So next slide, please. For the rubella, that is what we call the tigdas hangin or the German measles. So it is an infectious disease. So murara siya hangin na yung mga rashes mong gawas from ang iyang mga signs and symptoms, mura ra gid po siya og na ay conjunctivitis in ana. If a pregnant woman gets infected with this disease, she may lose her child or give birth to a child with congenital malformations. And again, vaccination is the only way to prevent these diseases. No cure. Next slide, please. Now, for our measles or tigdas, siguro mas common sa inyuhan, no? It is an infectious disease, may cause severe complications including blindness, encephalitis, ear infection, and pneumonia, and can also cause death. So, kani siya at risk yun ang atong mga unvaccinated children of getting these measles and its complications. Now, adults adults, no, naagya po'y cases no, nga recently na atay mga reports nga na ay adults experiencing measles or natakdan sa measles, and they are already 20 years old above. So nag-exist siya sa atong community. And if we have children, if we have 0 to 5 years old nga unvaccinated sa ato, kay it is existing in our community, meaning pwede sila matakdan. So next slide, please. So if an outbreak occurs, we place our children at risk of developing or even dying from these diseases that can be prevented with vaccines that have long been proven. As I've said, some of us siguro have, or kung dili man ganitanan, have been inoculated or injected with this vaccine. No? Kay these MR and OPV vaccines have been here for around more than 40 years now. So medyo dugay-dugay na gid siya. And it is actually proven safe and effective. Next slide. So just imagine if we will experience an outbreak during this time nga naapatay COVID-19 virus lurking in our community. Although I'm not sure if you've heard of the announcement by the WHO nga ang status sa COVID-19 as a health emergency has been lifted. Nakita gihapon nato nga ubay-ubay gihapon ang nagka-infect sa COVID-19. Am I right? Makita gihapon nato nga naa gyapon yung naka-experience og symptoms ani. So naa si COVID-19 tapos moabot pagud ni si si measles outbreak or polio outbreak or rubella outbreak, it would have a big impact no sa atong especially sa government, no, sa ato ang we are all workers of the government. So makita nato nga there will be mag-alat og additional funds if ever there will be an outbreak. It will give a burden, especially also sa atong mga local government, kamoy mo respond to these outbreaks. So our time and attention also in responding to health emergencies will be divided. So we do not want that scenario to happen in the future. So that is why we would want our 0 to 5 years old children to be protected against these diseases. No? Next slide, please. So we will be facing a difficult situation again if the diseases causes an outbreak while the COVID-19 pandemic is ongoing. So aside from burden sa atong mga local government offices and sa atong national government offices and other sectors of the community, our hospitals and other facilities will be overburdened with patients. So we do not want that also to happen, no? If ever if naay mahitabo nga outbreak. So we have to prevention, ato yung ginabalik-balik na nga sa health, prevention is better than cure. And one way of preventing these diseases nga very highly transmissible sila, no, mga dali ra sila makatakod ng mga diseases, especially sa mga bata nato, no? So one way of protecting them and cutting that chance nga mahimo og outbreak is vaccination. Next slide, please. Now, we would like to share what we have. Okay, so din na lang. So yeah, there is no treatment for polio, measles, and rubella. Vaccination is the only effective way to prevent the possibility of an outbreak. Next slide. Okay, so that is why we are giving all these vaccines to these measles, rubella vaccine to our 9 to 59 months old. So kana sila mga 1-year-old and above. And oral OPV, oral polio vaccine from 0 to 59 months old. So aside from that, nagahatag po with this program, vitamin A. Because we all know na ang kaning measles, one of the long-lasting effects of measles sa itong mga bata is blindness. No? Kay so mo na nga atong ginahatag na siya og nagathatag ta og vitamin A along with these vaccines. Next slide, please. So our objectives, what do we want? Our target for this campaign are the parents and the caregivers. So what do we want from them? Unsa may atong gusto nga behavior nga ilang i-develop with this campaign? We want that 95% of parents and caregivers will bring your children to the health centers and get them immunized. Or if ang atong mga healthcare workers magbalay-balay, mo manuktok sa inyo sa mga kuan, mga balay no, ablihan o pabakunahan nila mga anak. Now there have been cases nga ang mga parents o ang mga caregivers sila mismo murag negative na pagmuda mo, makita na sila ka healthcare worker nga padulong na si nurse o si midwife padulong na sa ilang balay manirado, no? So we do naay na nga kahit-kahitabo nga ingon ana, it's because they don't want their kids nga mabakunahan. So they still have that hesitancy, na sila yung mga fears about the things that will be giving to their children. So next slide. So for our objectives sa communications, ang mga communication items or our communication packages are geared towards convincing the parents or making them aware and understand of this campaign, especially sa kanang mga effects, lifelong effects sa atong measles, rubella, and OPV. Now, there was a study conducted, as I mentioned earlier, 2019, di ba, nagkanda og SIA campaign. So, after that campaign, the UNICEF and the DOH Central Office conducted a study in which they checked, no, kung unsay mga understanding, unsay behavior sa mga parents. So, they've noticed that there was a mix-up of the lifelong effects, no. Ang uban, binila nga ang measles makalumpo. There are also some parents or some caregivers who've lang pag-understand sa polio, makabuta. So, mura siya og na interchange. So, it is also encouraged that in our information drives in the community and for the parents, dapat ato na siya ma-emphasize kung unsa gyud ang results or unsa gyud ang lifelong nga effect sa kani nga mga sakita sa atong mga children. So for the healthcare workers, we are capacitating them because according also to that study, despite having a lot of multimedia sources, so we have the TV, radio, social media, despite having that, ang atong mga parents and caregivers, maminaw gihapon sila sa atong mga nurses, midwives, o mga BHWs, no, sa community. So we have also to capacitate them. And for the LGUs nga, to be convinced of the urgency of the matter. Having 1 or 2 cases sa measles, 1 or 2 cases sa polio is already alarming. Kaya supposedly, wala na siya. Kaya nga no, it is vaccine preventable. And for our partners, NGOs, CSOs, private organizations, faith-based groups, professional and medical organization to take action to support this campaign, so using your own resources. So it really depends on what you can offer or what you can do to support this campaign. Then for our media reporters to disseminate the correct information. Next slide, please. So these are our key messages. Makita ninyo nga as our partners, influencers, you have the power to you have the power nga ang tao maminaw sa inyong words. So we would like you to repeat these messages. So what is our overarching message? Vaccines are effective in stopping the spread of measles, rubella, and polio in communities. And vaccinating children will protect them from these diseases. So, naginimigingon no nga if kita mismo nga influencers or kita mismo nga partners we do not have what I trust sa wala tay natay atong own hesitancy maglisod pud ta og advocate to the public or to your other partners to the other people, especially sa atong parents of caregivers. So amo ta na ning basin og ma-incorporate sa inyong mga messages, especially if you will create videos or if you will talk about the campaign. So measles, rubella, and polio are highly contagious and can be fatal. That is what our key message 1. And it can cause severe complications, while polio can cause lifetime paralysis. For our key message 2, the measles, rubella, and polio vaccines have been proving safe and effective. And just like the other vaccines in the routine immunization program, these vaccines have been proven safe and effective as this has been being used in the country for more than 40 years. So ang ato pong SIA is here, and it will prevent the possible outbreak of measles, rubella, and polio, and it's important to protect our children and communities. So next slide, please. So now let me share what has been done kay nakita man ninyo na this campaign is already have already been started, and it was announced by ARD sa Dailarakiin that we've actually reached quite a surprising, quite a very good number no sa ato ang accomplishments for MR-SIA. So why now? Why are we convening our partners now? Nga tunga-tunga naman ay sa campaign. So in advocacy kasi and communication, it doesn't stop when the campaign is already setting, no? Or nagdaga na ang program. Padayon gihapon ta nga mag-advocate, padayon gihapon ta nga mo replicate sa atong mga messages. It's because pamantanahuman na manggihapoy despite having or reaching that number, no? Later on makita ninyo pila na atong numbers in Caraga. Despite reaching that numbers, naagyapon tay mga laggers, naagyapon tay mga hesitant parents and caregivers, no? So what can we do about them? So we have these 5 strategies. So naatay advocacy and engagement with local chief executives. We have strengthening capacities for our frontline workers in communication engagement, and engagement of partners and influencers. 4, awareness raising and engagement with parents and caregivers, and media management. So next slide, please. For our first strategy, advocacy and engagement with local chief executives, naglabi na taani nga program and campaign. We've actually encouraged our counterparts at the local level to lobby this one in their respective LCEs, and also letter tano atong gi-engage ang atong mga LCEs, the governors, our mayors to support this campaign, and also we ask for their support to pass policies in their area, to give or to shoot for an advocacy video nga pwede nila magamit. Because, diba, in the community, it's actually the mayors, the LCEs, they are influential, and naapod sila, they have this power to gain, no, to encourage the people para ma-avail aning ato ang mga vaccines. Now, we've also have immunization briefing and onboarding for LGU LCEs, and advocacy forum with our governors and LCEs. So this was actually conducted last week. So next slide, please. So with our call for soliciting no advocacy videos from our LCEs, nakakuha taog these videos. This is only a few examples of the mayors nga ni-respond sa ato ang call, and they've actually posted their message in their own Facebook page, and ato siyang gi-share sa atong official DOH page. Next slide, please. Now, for the second strategy, we have the strengthening capacities of frontline workers in communication and engagement. So as I've said earlier, ang ato ang mga healthcare workers, nurses, midwives, and BHW, sila gihapon ang gipaminawan sa ato mga parents or caregivers. So we have to update their skills, their knowledge, so that they will be equipped, no, in countering fake news, in addressing hesitancies at the community. Next slide, please. For strategy 3, we had engagement of partners and influencers. So this is where you come in. So our partners, so we've already sent letters to our partners, no, to gain support for this campaign. Tapos we have already conducted our consultative meeting, initial stakeholders meeting, and then last week was same as this activity, same forum, we've conducted this one in Surigao City and now here in Butuan. So later on, we will present what were the commitments, so that siguro in your own agencies, in your own organizations, pwede din siya ma-replicate. Next slide, please. All right. So we are also, I will take this chance to thank the ILG for issuing this kaning memo. Atong palakpakan si DILG. So this is a memo to all the provincial governors, city mayors, and municipal mayors to support the campaign. So, gi-enumerate nila kung unsay pwede mabuhat ni mayor, ni governor, para makasuporta, makahatag og support sa kaning MR-bOP SIA campaign. So, thank you so much. We also have another memo. Next slide. From the Office of the President, MC number 20, encouraging all national government agencies, instrumentalities, and local government units to support and participate the MR-bOP SIA this May 2023. So, kani siya issued from the Office of the President. This was disseminated just this week. Next slide, please. So that is for our third strategy. For our fourth strategy, we have awareness raising. So for this strategy, we've encouraged our local counterparts to conduct their own advocacies at the ground level, while at the regional level, naatay mga ingon-ani, naatay radio airing, billboard advertising, tarpaulin printing, and hanging of posters, tricycle ads, and streamers. Now, I've said earlier nga si healthcare worker gyapon lang paminawan, but let us not dismiss the fact and utilize these available platforms nga pwede natin ma-penetrate. Kaya it could be in the rural areas, mas accessible sa ila si healthcare worker. But in our cities, big cities like Butuan City and other component city, diba, pasig mas available or mas accessible sa ila si social media, si TV, si radio. So it's also a good thing to utilize the available resources. Next slide, please. And then we have our media engagement. So we are so happy in Caraga region, we have active and supportive partners from our media sector. No? So karon pong May 26, 2023, we will have a kapihan session with PIA at SM. So watch out for that, and it will be aired sa ilahang platform also. And again, and then we have lastly the monitoring and evaluation. So next slide, please. Now, if you would want or if you would decide to support this campaign, then share our materials. You could access all our materials from this bit.ly link. So you may take a moment to get a picture of it, no? Para ato siyang later inyo nang ma-explore kung sa isulod ani atong bit.ly. No? So, alright. Sige, so, what's inside in this drive? So, next slide, please. So, naantay mga audio clips diri, mga digital materials. We have also mga social media cards nga pwede nato siya nga atong ma-play. So, I will discuss this fast na lang, no? Okay. Sige natin mga posts and... Okay, stop na sana. Alright, so napod tayo advocacy videos inside that link, inside that portal. So you can actually see that Miss Ann Curtis has given her support for this campaign. So naa siya advocacy video. So you could actually play that in your waiting area or pwede sa inyong Facebook page. And we also have our official Chikiting Ligtas jingle. Next slide. Ayan. For the regional level, we've developed also our materials that you could actually utilize. So naatay rekurida, audio clips for rekurida. Now, these audio clips, gamit kini siya sa ato ang mga PHNs, mga nurses, and BHWs at the ground. Okay. Mo ilang gamiton before sila mamakuna, magrekurida sila. Next slide. Then we have our brochures in Bisaya version. Next slide, please. And also our advocacy video. This has been posted in our official DOH page. And this official Chikiting Ligtas Dance cover advocacy video. Now, within the week, no, paabot lang ta kay, we will be announcing na aming mga pakulo ginagmay for atong kuana, for our goal na to nga to increase the our coverage, to increase our accomplishment, no, then to intensify our advocacies, so na ami ipagawas nga medyo gamay lang siya nga contest. Next slide, please. And also, we have advocacy videos featuring our pediatricians in Butuan City, in which they've explained what these diseases are, the measles, rubella, and polio, and encouraged our parents to get vaccinated. So, as partners, ato nang na-answer, no, what the question. All right. Hello. Sige. So, how can we help? So, as part of your organization, as representatives of your agencies, how can we contribute to support this campaign? So, next slide. So, for our partners and influencers, we must act together now. With your huge network and credibility as an organization or individual, you are in a strong position to influence the public's response to the government's call for a collective and immediate action to prevent impending outbreak. So, naa sa inyong mga kamot, no? You have that voice to influence others. Next slide, please. Thank you. So, these are the things that you can actually opt to do. So, pwede that you could issue an official statement to the public articulating your support to the campaign. It could be your talking head. It could be the head of your agency. So, kinsa inyohang pwede or influential person from your organization that could actually give support to this campaign. Then support social mobilization efforts, especially in hard-to-reach communities. Deploy well-trained vaccinators and social mobilizers if ever there are areas in other regions, no, nga, in other localities na to nga mag-need of volunteers of vaccinators. Issue a directive or advisory to personnel and groups under your or your agency's authority who could actually support the campaign, and use your own platforms, because we believe you have your own platforms and channels to amplify the key messages of the campaign, and enjoin all parents and caregivers of children to have their children immunized during this campaign. Now we believe that bisan pa og ang inyong buhaton is just to advocate with the parents in your agency or inyong mga silingan, no? Nga inyong mga silingan nga na anak na 0 to 5 years old, it's already a big thing and it's already a great help for the agency. Next slide, please. So we believe that no child should suffer or die from a disease that can be prevented by vaccination. Kay measles and rubella and OPV are vaccine-preventable diseases. So lastly, this will be my final slide. We remember no nga si Jose P. Rizal, naingon siya na ang kabataan ay pag-asa ng ating bayan. So, we encourage you, and we are calling our partners and influencers today to be a hero for our children. Make a choice for their health and for their future. And that ends my presentation. Maayong adlaw sa tanan.
All right. Thank you so much, Ma'am Phoebe. Tagaan na tuog kusog nga pakpak ang atong HEPO 2 from DOHCHD Caraga. Okay. So also, we would like to acknowledge and appreciate the presence of some of our partners as well. From Butuan Medical Center, we have Dr. Sarah Victoria Kimilat and Sir Paul Richie Pelos, Nurse 3. Okay, welcome. And also, we have our partners from Rotary Uptown. We have the President, Mr. Lon Chong. Sir, welcome. And together with Mr. Chong is also Mr. Paulo Santos. Ayun. Thank you so much for gracing our Partners Forum for today. And I know na daghan kay itong information, but hopefully, nakakuha ta og mga nindot gyud nga kuan insights. And thank you, Ma'am Phoebe, for giving us more context, update on the campaign. And of course, for our partners na natay ready-to-use materials that we can use in our own ways, agencies, on our social media platform to disseminate the information about the campaign to hopefully give us more positive output or result in the weeks to come. So to give us to showcase their talent rather, let's have again the Hugis Dance Project for an intermission number.
You set me free. Every time your hands on me, I wanna be your way to shine. I can't deny the feeling that you're giving me. You lit the spark that set us alight. Oh no, don't run away from your love. No, no, don't turn away from the heart of the groove, from the way that we move. Kill the lights, we can't kill the lights and look right at me. Close your eyes, you can see me by the way that I feel. Kill the lights and touch my body. Close your eyes, you can see me by the way that I feel. Come and spin me around, let's get lost in the sound. Close your eyes, you can see me by the way that I feel. Touch my body, kill the lights tonight. Let's live the life. Tomorrow doesn't always come. Don't try to hide, let's have some fun. You can rely on anything or anyone who fights the love you have inside. Don't run away from your love. Don't turn away from the heart of the groove, from the way that we move. Kill the lights, we can't lose. Kill the lights and look right at me. Close your eyes, you can see me by the way that I feel. Kill the lights and touch my body. Close your eyes, you can see me by the way that I feel. Come and spin me around, let's get lost in the sound. Close your eyes, you can see me by the way that I feel. Touch my body, kill the lights tonight.
All right. Salamat kaayo. Hugis Dance Project. Salamat sa maanindot nga pagsayaw o sa pag-alsa sa podium. Kadigin ako di kaya alsahon. So, thank you so much, guys. So, very talented. And nindot sab ang ilang pagsayaw gaina sa atong kung ano, Chikiting Ligtas Jingle. Nindot ang tatong magpa-dance contest, ha? Mga participants ba? Ma'am Rom. Murag ko ma'am no, kaya medyo apiki sa oras ma'am no, kung magpa-dance contest ng Chikiting Ligtas Jingle. But anyway, let's move forward to our next part of the program. And speaking of Ma'am Romilin, let's all hear the presentation of Stakeholders Meeting Output and Commitment Board. Let's have Ma'am Romilin Esther Santos, Nurse 5 from the DOH Center of Health Development, Caraga.
Thank you, RC. Good morning, everyone. Ganahan ko sa ilang podium, kaya halos rami kadako. Okay, so thank you very much to our partners for coming and for really looking into the updates, especially for our MR-bOP SIA, nga na may uban sa inyo diri good present during our stakeholders meeting. So my role for today is to present to you the commitments made by our partner NGAs so that our private sectors present in this activity will also have an idea how to support the campaign. The campaign is a month-long activity. It has already started last May 1, pero wala pa ta nahuman. Layo pa ta sa kahumanan sa atong kampanya, although later we will be presented of our status of the accomplishments for the campaign. So let's see and review the commitments made by our partners, and I believe some of the agencies, partner agencies, are present for this activity. So we have here from PSA. Do we have a representative from PSA? Wala. Pero we'd like to thank PSA because kumalabyan na to ang PSA karon na sila'y tarpaulin nagihang for Chikiting Ligtas. That's one of their commitment, and they will share the IEC materials in their Facebook page, their social media platform, disseminate it to their provincial offices, and play the jingle to CRS and PhilSys registration center. So, nabay nakabisita sa PSA, recently visited their office. We will have the monitoring and we'd like to thank PSA for this commitment. Pakpakan na to ang PSA, maskin wala din eh. I believe we have a partner from DA. Yes, ma'am. Last stakeholders meeting, the commitment was to print an IEC to be distributed during their forum with their farmer clients. Okay ba ni ma'am? Nahimo ba siya? Okay. Sige po. Hopefully we can visit the office and look into the update of this commitment and hanging of posters in the regional office and in the research stations throughout the region. All right, let's give a hand to Department of Agriculture. From our partner from NTC, I believe all of us have cell phones and you already, I think, received an update, a text message. Tanan ba? Nakadawat og text message from NTC for the MR-SIA campaign? Nakadawat ba ta? Don't be shy, Wala. Pero naay mga some of you who, well, we don't know the policy, no? Maybe it's a random text message, but we'd like to give a hand to NTC. Kasi apart from the commitment, yes, we've already received text messages. And may participant from NTC. Hello po ma'am, good morning, and thank you for coming. The commitment is to hang a tarp and to play the music video in your lobby. All right, let's give a hand to NTC. And we have here Department of Transportation, reproduction of tarpaulins to be posted in the district offices. Do we have a participant from LTFRB? LTFRB. Hello, ma'am. I see, ma'am. Okay. And reproduction of pamphlets to be distributed to the clients and your online campaign. Ma'am, has this been, ano po? This is the commitment. For the information of the body, our representative from LTFRB, pag-abot niya din sa ato ang venue, nagbitbit in town si ma'am og sobre. kay nag-amot-amot sila for the nadyo'y monetary na nalikop nila for this campaign. Can we give a hand to LTO, LTFRB? But unfortunately, ma'am, we cannot receive that. Kay makuha taan na, ma'am. So we'll just leave it to you to reproduce the IEC materials and distribute it to your different district offices. So thank you very much to our partners from LTO and LTFRB. From DOJ, I believe we have a participant. Yes, sir. Good morning. The commitment was to hang the IEC material in your office, information dissemination to all the provinces and city prosecution office, and social media information dissemination. Present po, let's give a hand to Department of Justice. I think we don't have a participant from FSUU, but their commitment ever since, even with the COVID vaccination, is to have their nursing students as part of the volunteering team, vaccinators for our campaign. Still, let's give a hand to FSUU. Next slide, please. From PRC, of course, ever since kids ato ang partnership with Philippine Red Cross is to have their members or mobilize volunteers for our vaccination team. So let's give a hand to Philippine Red Cross. And we have here Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas. I don't think we have a participant, but the commitment was to post the IEC material in their office, include it in their bankers meeting, post it in their social media pages, and play the campaign videos in their lobby. Let's give a hand to Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas. From NHA, do we have a representative from NHA? Hello po, ma'am. You were present in the stakeholders meeting po. So the commitment was to have the advocacy possible pagani at that time with Partners Homeowners Association. We request for speakers from our office to talk more about the campaign and to promote the vaccination in the regional medical clinic. But today we are fortunate because we have from the Homeowners Association again. Let's stand po. Ayan, we have two presidents po ba? From Homeowners Association. 3 po. So they are here with us joining this activity to help us disseminate the campaign. Thank you very much to our partners from NHA. And from DPWH to print IEC materials for their visitors and to have to discuss further with the regional director with the other support that they can provide, especially in junction with our resident physician. And let's give a hand still for DPWH. Then we have here from PNP RMDU 13, Regional Medical Dental Unit. Of course, they offer their team as well to be part of our vaccination team as an additional manpower and will also help in disseminating our IEC materials. Let's give a hand again to RMD. Next slide, please. We have here from PIA, our ever partner na gid nino, ever supportive partner through all our campaigns, utilization of their platforms to help us in raising awareness for our campaign. And please, let's be ready for their kapihan. That will be on May 26, 2023 at SM. So we'll be talking more about MR-SIA and the updates of this campaign. Let's give a hand to Philippine Information Agency. From DOLE, the posting of IEC materials and whichever strategy that they can also look into to support our campaign. Let's give a hand to DOLE. From Department of Agrarian Reform, of course, dissemination. Do we have a participant from DAR? Hello po, good morning. A dissemination of information, posting of our campaign materials, and distribution of flyers and other reading materials. Copy po ba? Okay na po ba to? All right, let's give a hand for DAR po. And our partner from the SWD, they also offered their family development sessions. I think Ma'am Ana Fe is present here with us. Hello po, ma'am. Thank you for coming. We will have the Memorandum of Understanding, the signing of the MOU. The tentative schedule will be on May 23. And it's already included in the MOU that in all of the activities of the SWD, DOH IEC materials will also be present and will also be played, especially in the family development sessions. It's a good partnership because they also have a wide range of clients with them. Let's give a hand to the SWD. And we have with us the Philippine Drug Enforcement Agency information dissemination through social media and giving out IEC materials in their provincial offices, seaport, and airport interdiction unit. Do we have a participant from PDEA? Okay na ba niya, sir? Na po sa atong mga airports and seaports? Sige po. So we'll follow up na lang po for this commitment. Thank you very much. Let's give a hand to PDEA. From DNR, support the campaign by issuing do we have a representative from DNR? Wala. They will issue a directive to the field offices to post our IEC material, especially in their social media page or in their website. So I think mo atong i-monitor for DNR. Let's give a hand to DNR. And from Office of Civil Defense, posting of the IEC material, especially in their FB page, front desk, lobby monitors, and stating emphasis of the campaign in their RDRRMC meetings. Do we have a representative from OCD? Okay na po ba niya, ma'am? It's present. Thank you very much. Let's give a hand to Office of Civil Defense. And from DILG, so it was presented by Ma'am Fabi earlier that they also issued a memo. And we already had our advocacy forums where our local chief executives are already present. So let's give a hand to DILG po. From NFA, information dissemination and posting of, for the temporary and fixed cost of our IEC materials and reproduction of it as well. Do we have a representative from NFA? Ay, hello po. Thank you, ma'am, for coming. So, okay na po ni ma'am? Nanatay mga na-reproduce? Sige, but we'll count on them for the reproduction. Thank you very much. Let's give a hand to National Food Authority. And then from NNC, ang amo po ning partner, printing of the flyers, information dissemination through Nutri-Eskwela community radio stations, Facebook page posting and sharing of the IEC materials to their networks. I think we have a representative from NNC, Sir Rafael. Ay, hello, sir. Good morning. Okay na niya, sir. No, thank you very much. Let's give a hand to National Nutrition Council. And from NIA, disseminate the campaign materials to their field offices and printing of our campaign materials. Do we have a representative from NIA po? All right, wala. But still, let's give a hand to National Irrigation Administration for their support. Ubay-ubay pa, no? And we have here from National Commission on Muslim Filipinos. I think we have a representative. Meron po ba? Hello po, sir. Thank you for coming. Coordination meeting with Muslim community, SIA awareness campaign leaders via house-to-house, and seminars, and information dissemination in your platforms. Present na po ba to, sir? All right, thank you very much. Let's give a hand to NCMF. And from Department of Tourism, show support by posting on their official page, provide hanging of tarpaulins in their office, especially for the awareness of our walk-in clients, and disseminate the information to their counterpart tourism offices. Do we have a representative from DOT? Hello, ma'am. Good morning. Present na po ba to? All right, thank you very much. Let's give a hand to DOT. And from NEDA, the commitment was that all staff will be provided the campaign materials through emails, and of course, also inform the RDC members and stakeholders via the RDC meeting, so that's the Regional Development Council meeting, and meeting agenda folder in all sectoral committee and full council meetings. Do we have a representative from NEDA? So wala. But let's still give a hand to National Economic and Development Authority, looking into this sa ilang next schedule of RDC meeting. From PNP, so mo to siya, additional manpower from DTRC Caraga to also help us disseminate our campaign materials. And again from DILG, from Surigao Medical Center, posting of the IEC materials, this information dissemination within the institution. Okay, next slide. And we have here from DepEd Surigao City. Do we have a DepEd representative present today? All right, wala. But from DepEd Surigao City, again, information dissemination, especially during PTA meetings, integration in classroom instruction, and participants of division nurses could assist in our vaccination teams and posting advocacy materials to all schools. And from Surigao Education Center, nursing and midwifery students sent through PRC, and they are now volunteers utilized by our City Health Office in Surigao City, and dissemination of our campaign materials through their social media platform. Napa ba? Okay, daghan pa siya. So from Surigao PIO, let's give a hand to Surigao PIO, as also our partner here from Butuan PIO present. So let's give a hand to Butuan PIO and Surigao PIO. Show support, of course, by information dissemination. And we have a media partner from Surigao, RMNDXRS, with their platform present to help us disseminate the campaign. St. Paul University, Surigao, and Fun to Learn Christian Faith Academy. Next slide. We also have partners from Mount Diwata Masonic Lodge, number 236. I'll just run through the others because most of the partners are present during our Partners Forum in Surigao City. From Caraga Regional Hospital, DOH-TRC Caraga. Next slide. All right, so I think that's all the commitment that we've gathered from our different partners. Let's give a hand to all our partners who showed support. And for this morning, since you're all present here today, and we have private sectors, civil society organizations, non-NGOs present in this activity, the next part of the activity is that we will be seeking support from all of you present here. So from our NGAs, you would want to update our commitment board of your support sa katong nakahatag na og commitment. And for the others who have not yet provided their support or any commitment to this campaign, you can just pwede ra nga dili di man pugsanay, but anything that you can assist the government, us, DOH, not only DOH, but especially to our children aged 0 to 59 months, as emphasized by my colleague earlier, that because of COVID-19 pandemic, we were obliged to stay at home, but because there is now an impending threat of measles and polio virus present again in our community. So we'd want to prevent that, and with this month-long activity, the MR-SIA campaign, we will be soliciting support from all our partners to really help us disseminate in any means that we can, so that all mothers, all parents, all families will be aware of this activity and will have their children aged 0 to 59 months avail our free and safe vaccines. So the next activity is we have our commitment board, and my colleagues from the HPU and CMU team will be giving out meta cards. You've seen the commitments provided, committed by our partners from other sectors. This is the perfect opportunity for us to lay down whatever support that we can give. So wala ni siya pugsanay, but anything, even a simple information dissemination to your neighbors, to your relatives, to the different staff and personnel, whatever institution you're in, that's already a big help para gyud naagid ang widest reach to all our stakeholders. All right, so meta cards are already distributed to everyone, and we have here the commitment board. So let's put it here in front. Next stands to the team. So maybe around 10 to 15 minutes of writing down your so in your meta cards, write the institution you're in and any support that you'd want to give to our children. So once again, write the institution you're in and the support that you'd want to provide for the MR-bOP SIA campaign. It's around 10 to 15 minutes. We can write down our intentions and commitment for the campaign. And when you're ready, you can come up here in front, get a tape, and stick it in our commitment board. All right, we now have a first round of our commitments posted in our commitment board. Our commitment board is still open for your commitments. Napabay mo dugang? Sige. Let's wait for for more meta cards to be posted. Napabay mo dugang? Going once? Twice? So I think that's it for our commitment board. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a round of applause to ourselves for your support for the SIA campaign. So I'll just be reading a few of the commitments from let's focus more to our private partners, no? And NGOs, CSOs present in this activity will be focusing more on the commitments provided here. So let's start off with from Philippine Medical Association from PMA, Agusan del Norte chapter. Tama po ba? All right. So the pledge is to share the learnings and serve as resource person for MR-bOP SIA campaign. Let's give a hand to PMA, Agusan del Norte chapter. And we have here we're also fortunate to have vloggers with us present in this activity. And we see our vloggers from Team Laagan. Ayan po sila po. Let's give a hand to them. Together with their team members to also, as social media influencers and motovloggers, they will support the campaign and share it in their social media platform. So thank you very much to Team Laagan. And we have here, let's also read the commitment from our school heads present here. Infant Sherry's to Study Center Incorporation, disseminate the campaign, hang our IEC material, and share the information in their parents' group chats. Let's give a round of applause to Infant Sherry Study Center. We also have with us, I'm just gonna read one po from our Homeowners Association. We'd like to acknowledge we have here from Santo Niño Doongan. Ano pa ba itong isa? But we have here from Doongan, disseminate the campaign, posting our IEC materials, assist the vaccinators during the vaccination, and Ayan, help in the hakot of chikitings to our vaccination sites. Let's give a round of applause to the presidents of the different homeowners association. And we also have here with us from Delta Fraternity and Sorority International, hanging of tarpaulins in the different municipalities of Agusan del Sur, and information dissemination to their social media page. Let's give a hand to Delta Fraternity and Sorority International. And we have here the commitment from Rotary Club of Uptown Butuan. They will provide snacks. Mga pila ka ani ka snacks, katao. Ayan. So let's just coordinate with the City Health Office kung pila ka snacks ang ilang kaya ma-provide from the Rotary, and produce and put tarpaulins in the different private or business establishments, and ayan, a post on their social media network. Everyone, let's give a hand to Rotary Club of Uptown Butuan. And siguro I'm just gonna read from our religious group. We have here from Seventh-day Adventist, educate their members and media promotion through Hope Radio. Again, let's give a hand to the Seventh-day Adventist. Salamat kayo sa inyong mga commitments. Again, the MR-bOP SIA is a month-long activity. We still have a long way to go, but after this activity, of course, we will know kung asa naman ta, kay tunga-tunga naman ta sa Mayo. And we know that the campaign started on May 1, it's gonna end on May 31, but we are hopeful that we will get the targets, have high accomplishment, because at the end of the day, this campaign will benefit our children. Alright. Sige, kaya nag-echo na rin ako. So again, thank you very much for participating. I will now hand the microphone to beautiful MC.
Ayan. Thank you kaayo, Ma'am Rom. Nindot kay sa paminaw matawag og beautiful karon nga buntag. Thank you so much, Ma'am Rom, for facilitating our new pledges from our stakeholders, and of course, our stakeholders for being so open-hearted and committed good sa pag-abang sa pagpa-improve, pataas sa atong vaccination coverage through information dissemination and uban pang mga commitments and pledges na inyong na-mention gainan sa inyong meta cards. Again, we really appreciate all your help and even your very presence this morning. Dako na gid kayo siya natabang ma-align ang atong messaging around this campaign. So before ta mag-affirm sa atong pledges, we have another very important information as well that we want to share with you. And this is the presentation of accomplishments and updates. And this will be given to us by our DMO4, Ma'am Cheryl Mary Plaza, via Zoom. So let's check if si Ma'am Cheryl is already online and able to hear us. So she's located or she's in Surigao right now. Okay, while we are doing the stakeholders meeting, they are also implementing the campaign itself. Ma'am Cheryl, good morning po. Can you hear us, Ma'am Cheryl?
Hello, good morning. Good morning. Yes, loud and clear. Good morning to each and everyone.
All right. Ma'am Cheryl, thank you so much for finding time, ma'am, nga maghatag og update sa amo. Ma'am, kumusta tuod ang campaign so far? I heard, ma'am, nga you are with representatives from World Health Organization to facilitate the vaccination campaign in other parts of the region. How is it going sa inyong end there, ma'am? Okay ra ba? Nindot ba ang atong campaign?
Actually, the representatives from the World Health Organization just arrived this morning at the province of the Nagat Islands. So they will be having the rapid convenience monitoring here in Surigao City. So as of the moment, they are now in Gaisano Mall to check if our eligible children have already received the Measles-Rubella and the oral polio vaccine.
All right. Thank you so much, Ma'am Cheryl, for the update. But dili pa tumao ang highlights sa update ni Ma'am Cheryl, ha? We're nagkuhan lang ta, nagkinumustahay lang ta kadali. So, Ma'am Cheryl, I'll go ahead, ma'am, and let you take the floor to give us the presentation of accomplishments and updates for the campaign.
Okay, thank you so much, ma'am. So, okay, good morning to each and everyone. So, especially to our partners, the different stakeholders in Caraga region who were there for us, especially in implementing these special campaigns for our immunization. So, this morning, I will be presenting the updates of our supplemental immunization activities, which started last May 2 and will end on May 31, presenting how far have we gone with this almost 3 weeks campaign na. So before I will be giving the updates, let's just go back to the objectives of this 2023 Measles-Rubella oral polio vaccine supplemental immunization activity. So we have these 5 objectives to ensure high quality measles and polio immunization response, to interrupt the transmission of the measles virus, to interrupt the transmission of poliovirus types 1 and 3, to provide technical guidance on infection and prevention control to minimize the COVID-19 transmission, and to prevent additional outbreak burden in the healthcare system. So for this campaign, we have these following guidelines in which all children aged 9 to 59 months old shall be vaccinated with the measles-rubella vaccine regardless of their immunization status, and for those children aged 0 to 59 months old shall be vaccinated with our MR-bOP regardless of the immunization status. So this supplemental immunization activity is synchronized and completed within 4 weeks, including our rapid convenience monitoring, our map-ups for missed children, our follow-ups of deferred children, and for those refusals. So for this immunization campaign, the first 2 weeks, we have to target the accomplishment of 85%. So for the main activity for the first 2 weeks of May is the intensive and simultaneous vaccination in all barangays using the fixed post and temporary post, and also the house-to-house strategic activities. Then also to conduct the intra monitoring and supportive supervision of vaccination teams in the field, the daily map-ups for missed children by our vaccination teams, and the follow-up of deferred children and refusals as soon as possible after the initial visit of the vaccination team. So for the week 3, this is now the week 3, we have to target the accomplishment of 90%, and for the last week is to target the accomplishment of 95%. So for the target for this a nationwide supplemental immunization activity for the whole Philippines, we have a target of 9.5 million for our 9 to 59 months old and 11.1 million for the 0 to 59 months old. And for our vitamin A, so for the 6 to 11 months, we have 1 million. And then for our 12 to 59 months, we have 8.9 billion for the whole Philippines. For the whole Caraga region, our target for our measles rubella for the 9 to 59 months old, we have 276,101. And for our BIOPV for the 0 to 59 months old, we have 151,622. And for the 6 to 11 months of the vitamin A, we have 30,318. And for the 12 to 59 months old, we have 260,938. So at the right side of the table, so we have here the eligible target for all the provinces in Caraga and also the highly urbanized city, the Butuan city. So for the Measles rubella target for Agusan del Norte, we have 36,256. And for the BIOPV, 11,905. For Agusan del Sur, 81,749 for MR and 35,249 for our BIOPV. For Surigao del Norte, we have 50,211 for MR and 31,124 for the BIOPV. For Surigao del Sur, we have 61,523 for MR and 28,102 for our BIOPV. And for the province of Dinagat Islands, 11,895 for MR and 4,973 for our BIOPV. And for Butuan City, 34,467 for MR and 40,269 for our BIOPV. So now to give you the coverages of our measles rubella, the number of children immunized. So this is now our status for the whole Caraga region. So we are very proud to announce that as of this last night's data based on our quick count, Caraga region ranked first for the whole Philippines for our measles rubella accomplishment with an accomplishment of 76.64%. So ang kaning tanan no, impossible ni siya makuha kung wala nagtinabangay ang tanan nato nga mga stakeholders, our partners, our especially our health workers under the heat of the sun no. Kasing grabe kainit, nag house to house na makuna, nag-adto sa mga temporary post para maadtuan gyud ang ato ang mga kabataan ang 0 to 59 months old. So for the accomplishment for this measles rubella, we color coded our map. So for the yellow, the accomplishment is 0 to 74%. For yellow, we have 75 to 94%, and for the green, 95% and above. So for Butuan City, we have already accomplished 92.66%, Agusan del Norte 95.23%, Agusan del Sur 75.81%, Surigao del Norte 62.39%, Surigao del Sur 73.18%, and Dinagat Islands 57.19%. So for with all the provinces, Agusan del Norte are ranked first, followed by Butuan City, then followed by Agusan del Sur, Surigao del Norte, and the province of Dinagat Islands. So let's take a look the map per province with the accomplishment per municipality. This is for the measles rubella. So for the province of Agusan del Norte, with an accomplishment of 95.23%. So you can see the map, the colors are only yellow and green. So we are almost through with the province of Agusan del Norte. So their highest accomplishment is 104.79%, and that is Tubay, followed by RTR 101.52 and Nasipit 100.44%. Then for the province of Agusan del Sur, with an accomplishment of 75.81%, the top three municipalities, we have Bunawan with 91.08%, followed by San Francisco, 90.97%, and then we have Santa Josefa with 86.01%. Then for the province of Surigao del Norte, the provincial accomplishment is 62.39%. And the top three municipalities, we have Socorro with 85.46%, followed by Pilar with 76.76%, and then we have Sison 76.65%. Then for the province of Surigao del Sur, the provincial accomplishment is 73.18%, and the top three municipalities, we have Barobo with 90.92%, followed by Bayabas 82.90%, and Carrascal 82.7%. Then for the province of the Nagat Islands, the provincial accomplishment is 78.19%. And the top three municipalities, we have Caggianao, 77.59%, Dinagat, 75.53%, and Tubahon, 72.32%. So that's our accomplishment for the measles-rubella. And now for our bivalent oral polio vaccine. So the number of children immunized for the whole region, we have a total of 110,783 with an accomplishment of 75 or coverage of 75.93%. And the highest is Butuan City with 90.55%, followed by Agusan del Norte 87.86%, Surigao del Sur 70.90%, Agusan del Sur 70.06%, Surigao del Norte 66.54%, and Dinagat Islands 51.46%. So by the way, for our bivalent oral polio vaccine, we have identified priority areas. So these areas are the cities in Caraga and the Jida barangays. So those in the far-flung communities. So for the province of Agusan del Norte, this is now their accomplishment. With a provincial accomplishment of 87.86%, the top three municipalities are Kitcharao with 109.73%, followed by Tubay, 103.33%, and Las Nieves, 102.53%. Then for the province of Agusan del Sur, with an accomplishment of 70.06%. The top three, we have Bunawan with 102.33%, followed by Esperanza, 98.82%, and then we have Veruela, Santa Josefa with 85.48%. And for the province of Surigao del Norte, the provincial coverage is 66.54%. And the top three municipalities, we have Alegria with 135.8%, followed by Socorro, 88.56%, and then we have Pilar, 82.98%. And for the province of Surigao del Sur, with a provincial coverage of 70.90%, the top three municipalities, we have Cantilan with 110.22%, followed by Carrascal 108.87%, and then Barobo 108.82%. And for the province of the Nagat Islands, with a provincial coverage of 51.46%, the top three municipalities, we have Dinagat with 87.05, followed by Caggianao 81.84, and then Tubahon 76.11%. So these are the accomplishment of our MR-bOP SIA campaign up to May 15, 9 p.m. So this is only the quick count. So this data are coming from the different municipalities, different barangays of Caraga region. So we are hoping that before May 31 ends, we can reach the more than 95% target or 95% accomplishment for the whole region. And hopefully, we can sustain our rank as the number one for the whole Philippines. So with that, thank you very much to each and everyone, and congratulations to all of us.
Check. Okay. There you go. Ma'am Cheryl, thank you so much, ma'am, for your time. And Ma'am Cheryl still online. Okay. Yes. Ma'am, salamat kayo sa imong time. Medyo nagka-challenge taga-ina sa atong connection, but fortunate enough na nagka-connect na jud ta, and we really appreciate sa very comprehensive, ma'am, na update. And from all of us here, we would like to extend our heartfelt appreciation sa inyo nga naa sa field, and to all our health workers nga gabi gyud ang pagpaningkamot, maulan, mainit para lang gyud ma-accommodate, no, makaadto sa mga balay-balay para maka-execute sa atong immunization campaign. Thank you so much, Ma'am Cheryl and team, and I hope you have a great day, ma'am. Okay, pakpak na to si Ma'am Cheryl. Bisag na sa Surigao, no? Una-hunaon na lang na to nga ang atong pakpak na abot sab dito. Okay, so this time, kagaina na atay mga pledges through our meta cards that we have posted on the board. And this time, we would like to even affirm and butangan na to og kana pang ilang giingon na puso, kumbaga, with everything you do, you put heart to it. And with that, we would like to request everyone to stand for our pledge of commitment para sa mga atong gipang commit and pledges na atong na-mention from different agencies and organizations. And hopefully, we can, see the accomplishments of these promises in the weeks to come. All right, so we have here our pledge of commitment. So I will read through it, and of course, kindly repeat after me. So please raise your right hand. Are we ready? Okay. So pledge of commitment. I state your name. Take the pledge to commit ourselves to uphold and emulate the spirit of solidarity as we seek to realize better health and well-being of all Caraganons. With affirmative actions, we pledge to support and proactively collaborate with the Department of Health on the conduct of the MR-bOP SIA in pursuit of curbing the virus transmission and eventually assist in our long-term goal of eliminating vaccine-preventable diseases in the country. As partner advocates for health, we also pledge to do our utmost in sustaining the substantial gains born out of our concerted efforts through advocating for this massive immunization campaign. Geared towards the awareness and empowerment of individuals across all communities so they can lead, inspire, and contribute meaningfully to our nation's endeavor to strive for a better and healthier future for all. So help me God. All right, let's clap for ourselves for the commitment that we have given, for the pledges and promises that we have shared within the circle this morning. We look forward to seeing those soon, and we can now take our seats. Thank you so much, partners and stakeholders of this campaign. And to wrap up this Partners Forum, I would like to call on again Ma'am Romelyn Esther Santos, Nurse 5, for our closing remarks.
Thank you, Ma'am RC. Before we officially close this activity, we'd just like to ask our participants if you have questions, clarifications. Base na yung mga pangutana. Gusto ninyo ipangutana with regards to the campaign. So if wala na, I think the activity is very clear to all of us. It's still a long way to go, but we're very happy na we're still number 1 in the quick count. And hopefully by the end of this month. Na-announce ba ni Ma'am Che? Kagay na, no? Na for the accomplishments that we have, in the quick count, Caraga region is #1 whole Philippines. Pero quick count pa to siya. So hopefully, by the end of this month, we can really get our targets. And with your help, we can really reach our accomplishments and vaccinate eligible population or our 0 to 59 months. So as we end this activity, kasi kagaina raman min nag-discuss, no? And ang tumong, the objective and the goal, to really inform everyone, even with our lined activities, and this is one of our lined activities, the Partners Forum. With your help, help us tabangi mininyo, disseminate to your neighbors, to your friends, to families, sa inyong mga kailad that DOH, in partnership with the different local government units region-wide and the whole Philippines, has this MR-bOP SIA month-long campaign and have eligible children avail the free and safe vaccines. So as we close this activity, I would like to call in our HPU-CMU staff to lead our Chikiting Ligtas dance together with our stakeholders and partners. Let's give a round of applause to the Hapo Movers. Ayan. Headed by Miss Feby Buke. Ana pa'y call. Sige, headed by Miss Colleen Labitad. Ayan. Okay ba mo? Mo dance with us, the Chikiting Ligtas dance? Ay, okay daw kayo. Sige, so may we enjoin our partners, so please stand. We are actually live at DOH Center for Health Development Caraga Facebook page. We are live. And gusto gid na mo i-replicate even our dance steps so that everyone can really remember this campaign. Ayan. Sige, kinsa may mag-lead sa inyo. Dili magulaw-ulaw. Sige na. Sige, let's flash the dance step. Dili mang whole song amoy ipasayaw, pero ang chorus ra, para na lang tayo feels. And we'd like also to call in we welcome Hugis Dance Project to also dance with our Hapo Movers. O, di ba, artista na pod mo. Okay, sige. Let's flash in our dance. And to our videographers, asa man mas favorable, will be facing there or here? Diri na lang kayo, magtanaw man sila. So, diri mo magtanaw. Okay. And we will get a video clip of this activity live at our social media page.
Vaccine! Bakunada! Chikiting ligtas! Nagbabantang kalaban na dating napuksa, muling lumalaganap at lubhang
But before
nakakahawa.
dancing,
Kaya
tudluan sa
dapat
monito
sabayan
net
ng
unsay
paghahan
action.
ng maging
Sige,
ligtas.
naisa ang audio.
Nakakabahalang maraming batang
Alright, sige to net.
rubella, tigdas. Siguraduhin may mabisang pamuksa. Kaya
Okay, everyone, let's start with the before the chorus. So, let's point. Ikaw. Si ikaw, both hands. Sorry. Both hands. Ikaw, ako, tayo. Protektado. Then there. Sorry. Then do this. Chikiting ligtas. Okay. Do this. This is the chorus na ha. So, this is just two counts. 1, 2. From this, Chikiting Ligtas. 1, 2. Then 1, 2. Open, close. 1, 2. Then pabira. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So from there, that sa bata. So 1, okay, that's a double, double, single, single. Then next is the vaccine nga dance steps. Do this 1, do the V, and 2 sa shoulder. Again 1, 2, and 3, and 4. So sa oo na part, it's a double, double, single, single dayon. Then lastly, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? So balik ko na. So let's do the try kaya sa sounds. So Sir Dave. Sir. Okay. So,
Papa Vaccine!
i-forward lang naman siya.
Agapan ng magpapatak habang maaga pa. Let's go! Walang lunas sa tigdas at rubella. Bakuna
Okay, clap.
kaya ikaw, ako, tayo.
Balik, sir.
Iwas ay magpapakuna kaya
Okay, 1, 2, 3, go. Ikaw,
ako, tayo. Protektado. Chikiting ligtas, dagdag na bakuna laban sa tigdas, rubella at polio. Sa ating mga anak, tungkulin natin lahat. Magpabakuna, maging ligtas para sa healthy Pilipinas. Chikiting ligtas, para sa healthy Pilipinas. Chikiting ligtas, ikaw, ako, tayo, protektado. Chikiting ligtas, dagdag na bakuna laban sa tigdas, rubella at polio. Sa ating mga anak, tungkulin natin lahat. Magpabakuna, maging ligtas para sa healthy Pilipinas. Chikiting ligtas, para sa healthy Pilipinas. Chikiting ligtas, magpabakuna na para sa
alright. Thank you, everyone.
Okay. Natuot gid akong giingal pero dili dance contest. Mas dem di. Chikiting ligtas campaign jingle. Thank you so much, mga movers from DOH and of course the Hugis Dance Project team, no? So on behalf of the organizing team, we would like to express our sincere appreciation for everyone's participation in this Partners Forum on MR-SIA, and your contributions, engagement, and dedication have made this event a success. Let us carry the momentum gained here forward as we continue to work towards a world that is free of vaccine-preventable diseases. Thank you for your valuable contributions, and we look forward to seeing the impact of our collective efforts in the near future. This has been your host, RC Cervantes, and together with the organizing committee and DOH CHD Caraga, thank you so much for joining us today, and may we all have a great and productive rest of our day. Let's give a big round of applause for everybody and for our organizing team as well. Thank you so much, guys, and good morning once again.
Papa Vaccine! Bakunada! Chikiting ligtas!
Tanda ng bakuna na mabisang
ang inyong mga anak kontra rubella, tigdas at polio sa May 1 to 31. May dagdag na vitamin A supplementation pa. Alamin ang schedule sa pinakamalapit na health center.
Magpapakuna na para sa healthy Pilipinas.
Paalala mula sa DOH.